heading into conference play next week. Peabody's coming in here. They're coming off of their first win. How do you build off of the momentum you've had the first 2 games?
I think that, now it's kind of looking at some of our strengths, things that have gone well, obviously working on the things we got to work on a little bit, weaknesses. I told the team, the sign of a good football team is you can win some games and still maybe not play the perfect game. And that's, I think, what you saw today. We certainly didn't, against a tough team, they were able to do certain things, but in the end, because of our defense, we were able to kind of keep things settled just enough where we could finish the job.
On that last touchdown of the first half, Morency had some much taller pass rushers coming down on him, but it was a perfect pass to in the end zone. And it seemed like that was really the dagger.
He actually, Kevin worked his drop back and his pocket presence is something that he works on often, and he a lot of times is able to deliver the ball to the right spot, even though he has a pressure on him. That's one of the things I see in him as he gets more experience. So that's a really good sign.
I have to do some digging and find out season passing yardage and career passing yardage. I mean, it's obviously not a ton for
Beverly's wide open. Let's put it that way.
We were joking, I think he had 130-something yards the first half. That could be a school record. I don't even know.
I bet you it is. And then Kevin is somebody who really gets into it. He's been waiting a long time. And not only does he have a good presence with him, but he can obviously make passes. And that obviously for a quarterback, you got to be able to.
You know what I like is that he's able to look off his first option if he needs to, for secondary guys.
He does. He's very smart at that. Again, he's this whole offensive transition. He's been like a fish to water, so to speak. He's been somebody who's been really able to adjust to the new things that we're trying to do this year.
And one of the things that I've really noticed is his kind of pocket presence that he's able to dump off to his checkoff man. He did that numerous times in this game. Gloucester had pressure. He was able to dump it off to the checkoff man, and there was nobody around the checkoff man.
That's right. A lot of times Kevin will go to a second, third option, and there's something that he talks about as far as the options pre-snap, who to look for. Again, he's a smart QB. He's somebody who kind of prides himself in that.
We covered the Lynn English St. Mary's game last night, and Atkins, the quarterback from St. Mary's, had this ability. He was just lofting the passes and dropping them into the receivers, landed out in front of them so they ran underneath it. And I saw that exact same thing here today with Kevin Morency. He was lofting the ball in, and that little chirping here down below us is Coach Morency. Playing at the feet, having a great time.
I know. That one of the things that we talk about that as far as being my nephew is I'm lucky that number one, he was a starter last year. Number two, he's really good. He makes it easy.
Yeah, he certainly is, because his accuracy is amazing. He puts the right touch on the pass that he needs to get that completion.
That's right, and he also, he can throw in close space when he has to, so he does make that correct decision on certain pass types, what kind of ball to throw.
Certainly, you guys probably talked about with Phil earlier, was the offense really sort of bogged down in the second half. Gloucester made some adjustments.
They did.
And they made it a bit tougher for you guys.
Tougher, no doubt.
But again, as you mentioned, the defense stood tall, and they gave up a couple of touchdowns, but they were long, hard-earned drives.
That's right. You know what? We gave them a couple fourth downs. They had needed a fourth down to get that short drive. So, our defense, once again, making it difficult for the offenses we face, that's going to help our offense kind of giving us the short fields we need. So, that's one of the things I truly believe in high school football, and I'm an offensive guy, that the defense really has to be stout so you can put your offense not in a perfect execution moment every single time.
Okay, Coach, great. I'll talk to you again on Wednesday afternoon after practice.
Awesome, Tim. I appreciate it, buddy.
Great. Thanks for your time, Coach.